What's up, folks? It's been a while since I made a video. Starting going to spring and summertime, and a few people here lately has asked me, what's your everyday carry? What, this, that, and the other. And I'm sitting here like, well, it depends on circumstances, weather, where I'm going. Keep in mind, in order to carry, you need your CCW, Concealed Weapons Permit, or your CWP, whatever you want to call it. But if you do not have that, you're carrying illegally and carry at your own risk. I mean, that's all I know to tell you. However, if you do have that, it's a lot easier to carry because as long as you follow the laws, you don't have to worry. Get pulled over, you're good. You tell them where it's at, on me, under the seat, in the console, good. Anyways, so I get these questions and I'm like, okay, well, like I said, it depends on everything. Number one, you've got to have the right holster. Tier 1 makes an excellent holster. They make them for basically virtually any gun, and it's custom to the gun. The two I have here, this one is for Glock 19 or 19X. This one is for your SIG 365. Now, it's also important to have some holsters that'll fit multiple guns. I like 1791. Their stuff's real good quality. It's really nice. Not that expensive, nowhere near as expensive what a tier 1 is. But these things can fit multiple guns. So you don't have to have a specific holster for each gun. So number one is your holster. You need something comfortable, you need something concealable, unless you're gonna open carry, which you can, in my state, open carry, and that's what this is for, if I chose to do that. Normally, the only way I'd do that is if it was winter time and I had a coat on or something that covered it up so it'd still be sealed. However, let's just go through the weapons here. All these have been pre-checked. No ammo in this room whatsoever. I'm good to go. As you can see, they're all open. They've all been checked several times. No ammo in the room. All right. So this right here is a Browning high-powered 9mm. It's a 1911. Is the platform basically. Just virtually your classic 1911. Great gun. This gun has been in, I think, conflicts for the last 100 years in 31 different countries. It's very proven, very tried, true. Don't have to worry. It's a great gun. So carried it. HK VP9. It's a little newer to me, but I was very impressed with it straight out of the box. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. Excellent trigger. Probably one of the best feeling guns you will ever feel in your life. That beaver tail, that hump around the back, the way it fits to your fingers and form fits, one of the best feeling guns you will ever put in your hand. That and a P30. Glock 19X. Plenty of firepower, plenty of rounds. I like carrying the 19X. It's a great gun. You don't want to mess with extra optics and all that stuff. Great gun. Glock 19 MOS. Trijicon, Wheaton's Orange Barrel, Timney Alpha Trigger, tungsten guide rod, totally rebuilt. One of the smoothest shooting guns I have, and actually one of the best triggers, and also one of the most accurate. You do the right things to it, and that's what you get. This gun is one of my main carries. This gun, this holster, no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's wintertime, summertime, whatever, doesn't matter. I can have on shorts and a t-shirt. I can have on jogging pants and a t-shirt. You'll never know I have this weapon on me. This tier 1 works so well with this weapon. And usually I have a magazine over here. However, due to safety reasons, there's not one now. But as you can see, great retention on the gun. You grab it, you pull it, it's ready to go. One of my favorite carries. One of the guns that surprised me the most out of any firearm I have, and another great carry gun. This is the FM 509 Mid, okay? They make a 509 Tactical, full size. They make a 509C, which is a compact version of this. To me, this was the best one because of its size, what it does. The first couple times I shot it, it was not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie to you. But after putting a few rounds down field, after downrange, after learning the trigger, getting used to the trigger, this is now one of my favorite guns, not only to shoot at the range, but to carry. It's stupid accurate. It's got a cold hammer forged barrel, and it's just reliable as shit. So I love this gun. Great gun. I cannot specify and tell you how much this gun surprised me. This is probably the gun that surprised me the most out of any weapon I own. And right now, all I have out is carry pistols, okay? That's all I have out right now. Springfield Hellcat Pro, okay? I did not like the original Hellcat. The reason I did not like the original Hellcat is because my hand, I couldn't get a good purse on it. The 3-inch barrel on it did not, it just didn't do what it should do, what I felt like it should do. The 365 shot so much better, and I shot them both before I made my decision. The 365 shot so much better that I passed on the Hellcat, and I wasn't planning on getting this, and all of a sudden I see the Hellcat Pro coming out. I went, I held it, I felt of it. I'm like, man, this is great. If you take this and you compare it to the 365, you got a little extra length. Any way you look at it. And it just shoots so good. This Hellcat Pro shoots so good, it really does. Very accurate. I didn't even bother with the optic. What's the point? I've got enough guns with optics on. However, if you are planning on going in somewhere and you've got your CCW, you plan on going in somewhere, and it's gonna be a crowded place and you don't feel safe in that area, but at the same time, you wanna be as inconspicuous as possible with your weapon. SIG P365, okay? Out of the micro compacts, I've shot them all. I've shot plenty of rounds with all of them. I've even went in, I've got the Shield Plus out. Hey, I need to shoot that gun. Went in, shot it. Hellcat, went in and shot it. You name it, basically, I went in and shot it. I could go through the list, but and I ended up going with the P365. The reason I didn't go with the P365 XL is because if I'm gonna carry something that big, I might as well carry my Glock 19. I mean, just to be honest. So I got this gun especially for those times where I need to be very inconspicuous. And that's the tier 1 that goes with it. That tier 1, you can reach down, you can get a great purse on this gun. And I mean, it just pops right out and you're within seconds on target. Great gun, reliable. That's the thing about all these guns. I use federal ammo, I don't use much else. There are times where I use other ammo because I have to, because I don't have no federal available, but I've got so much federal stockpiled, actually I can shoot federal anytime I want to. But the point is, these guns will eat whatever I put in them. I haven't had any problems. They say if you shoot enough, you'll have a malfunction on every weapon you have. I haven't had any malfunctions on none of these weapons, and I shoot a lot. I've got a membership at a range where I can shoot 7 days a week if I want to, and I shoot a lot. That being said, I've never stovepiped. I've never had any problems with my ejectors, never had any problems like that. What I have had is with some of the cheaper ammo, you pop, nothing. Eject the bullet, inspect the bullet, see where the striker or the firing pin hit the bullet, nice and solid, and it just didn't go off. It was dud. And you get that a lot of times with cheaper rounds. All right, to my point. There's a lot of things that go in to your concealed carry, why you're concealed carrying certain weapons and what you're doing with them. All I can tell you is I own a variety of weapons. I own big weapons, I own small weapons, I own a large variety of weapons. I choose to personally carry the 9mm because if there ever is something major to go down and I'm out, I've got enough magazine capacity to keep me safe and defend myself, and more than likely, they will be 9mm ammo that I can scoop up off somebody else. It's just the way it is. It's the most popular round on the planet. So that's why I prefer to carry, in my carry pistols, 9mm. A lot of people say, well, 40. Okay, that's fine, carry 40. That's your preference. 45, that's your preference. 22, that's your preference. For my preference, it's 9mm. So that's what these all are. These are all carry pistols. And I'll tell you something else. I don't worry about if I beat them up, if I bang them up, if they get scratched up and all that. I don't care about that. These are tools. These are tools to keep me safe, to keep my loved ones safe when I'm out and about. So that's another thing you got to realize. If you're going to carry these weapons, they're not going to stay perfect. They're going to get beat up. They're going to get banged around. It's just what it is. They're going to get holster wear on them. But like I said, they're tools. They're not trophies. You want some trophies, then you need to be buying collector weapons, and those don't come cheap. So, to summarize my ending on this, I'm just going to say it like it is. If you're going to carry, do it the right way. Do it legally. All right? That way, if you get into a situation where you have to protect yourself, you can, and you don't have to worry. If you're going to carry, know your firearms. Go shoot them. Don't go shoot them once. Don't go shoot them, every 6 months. You need to be in the range at least once every 2 weeks. I prefer more than that for everybody, but some people say I can't afford it. Well, if you can afford a firearm, you can afford to figure out how to get a little bit of ammo to go to the range every 2 weeks. Me, myself, I shoot 3 to 4 times a week. In the beginning, I shot decent because I've been shooting my whole life. Once I picked up and started shooting 3 and 4 times a week, my groupings got better and better. Trust me when I tell you, most of the time, it's not the weapon. It's the person holding the weapon. And at this point, I feel more than secure, no matter where I'm at, in my capabilities with one of these firearms. So that's the best, number one thing I can tell you. Be secure and know how to use your firearm correctly. Practice, practice, practice. Have different options. Have different holsters. Know when to carry concealed. Know, if there's some kind of rule that states that, okay, you can carry here, but you must open carry. Know that. You've got to read the signs. You've got to look at what you're doing. But yeah, just be safe, folks. Spring and summer's coming. Like I say, I don't get nothing from Tier 1 at all, but I guarantee you these are some of the best holsters made, period, for concealed carry. You can't beat them. The price is a little pricey, but for what they do, the time they're gonna last, you will more than get your money out of them. But I hope that answers questions, folks. Y'all have a good night.